August, welcome back from America. This is a phrase I could also say to Vasilije Micic.
Hey, I see your intro, huh?
Hey, Vasilije Micic is coming back to the EuroLeague on the biggest deal ever in the EuroLeague history. He's going to be earning 6 million euros net per year.
Crazy.
And that's a 3-year deal with Hapoel Tel Aviv, the team that name we heard pretty much since March, maybe. The owner kept bringing up Vasilije Micic's name. Vasilije Micic actually was speaking about Hapoel and the owner, the connection they had from before, even when Hapoel was still in the Euro Cup. And now it's a done deal. There were some other teams that were interested, and those teams include Real Madrid, Fenerbahce, Olympiacos. But at the end of the day, he's landing in Tel Aviv and is getting this new type of a deal with shares of the team included in it.
Yeah.
Something that we've also, I don't think, ever seen before. You're not just a player of the team, you're also a part owner. I'm not sure what's the split, how many shares he got, but that's something new as well.
I think so. I mean, maybe we are wrong. Like, if we are wrong, maybe, I don't know why, like, Amari Stoudemayer's name is in my head right now when you started talking about those shares. Maybe it did happen some kind of before in the Europe, but this is definitely a good example of, let's say, how much Hapoel had to do to actually bring Vasilije Micic in. Because if I'm not mistaken, there was this report that Vasilije said no to Hapoel because of the war situation there in the Israel. Because, you know, it seemed to me like this whole saga, which lasted for like 3-4 months, was like, first Hapoel, no, then it's Olympiacos, I don't know, maybe he wants more money, then it's Fener, no, then Real Madrid, and then he comes back full circle and goes to Hapoel, signs with them. 6 million per season is absolutely insane. It is absolutely insane because he's going to be earning 600, you know, the contract is 10 months long, so he's going to be earning 600K per month, and that's more than some players will earn in the EuroLeague in their entire year.
Yeah.
If you put it that way. But okay, he's an MVP, champion, and all that stuff.
Even if you compare it to the NBA, that would be the 18 million euros per 3 years. It's about $21 million. Divided by 3, it's about $7 million. But that's after taxes. Before taxes, that would be about 13 million.
Yeah, it's like
that's a good salary in the NBA.
It's the non-taxpayer mid-level exception. Yeah. It's a solid contract, you know.
And that's for a guy who has not found a role in the NBA. That's actually where I wanted to start by asking you, is this the right time for Vasilije Micic to come back to the EuroLeague? Is it too early, too late, or right on time? What do you think?
I think, I definitely think it's not too early. I mean, we have seen that, you know, he didn't really have a chance in the NBA. NBA has gone into a different direction, and simply if you are not athletic enough, it's super hard for you, no matter how good your skill is, how great is your IQ. You have to be athletically elite to actually stick in the NBA. So I think him coming back makes perfect sense. And maybe I would want to see it earlier because, you know, now probably it'll take some time for him to get back into the playing shape. Because we have seen him last summer. He was not in his previous shape. And Hapoel is definitely betting on him to coming back because paying the most amount of money ever, paying 6 million per year is you're expecting the same Vasilije Micic that he was before, the MVP level.
Or even better.
I'm not sure you can expect better because he's, you know, he was going to be, he's now 31. Yeah. He's going to be 32 during the season, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not sure if you can expect better than before. You hope that he will come back to this form. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I think they're overpaying. I think everybody's thinking the same thing. But I think even Hapoel understands it because of the situation, you have to do that. And they had to overpay almost everybody on the roster just to, you know, actually make it happen. Because of the situation. They're going to play in Sofia in Bulgaria, their home EuroLeague games. So it's a tough situation, and they have to put the money on the table to actually get the players they want.
And you even saw that last year when Jonathan Motley wanted to get out of that team. It's not hard just to get players in. It's hard to keep them
players.
in, especially when the situation escalated further. Of course, now, like you said, they'll be in Bulgaria, which also means no revenue from the tickets because you're not going to have fans in there. So it's a big, big investment. But I guess when you enter the EuroLeague...
And you have the owner...
The most ambitious owner probably in the EuroLeague right now. Well, there's some
Dimitris Yiannakopoulos would like to have a word with you, but
there's competition for sure. But yeah, that's a very loud statement to get the hottest free agent available, I guess.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's probably definitely not too early, but I probably wanted him to come back after the first year in the NBA because it was clear that, like you said, the defensive capabilities of Micic does not match what the needs of NBA game, and that's probably one of the reasons he was not getting enough minutes and a role in the team. Of course, when he got traded to the Hornets, we saw flashes. We saw flashes where he had some great games, even the first game there, some highlights crossing up KD. Then this season as well, he had some moments. But when you look at the overall picture, when you look at the last stretch with Phoenix Suns, where he wasn't getting any playing time, I think he only played 5 games, although he got traded in the, what was it, like... still in the first half of this year.
Yeah.
So he had time, but he didn't really get to play with that Suns team. And it was clear that after getting traded a few more times, you usually see that it's only going to go down. And for me, remembering prime Vasilije Micic, I will say prime Vasilije Micic is already sort of gone because what we've seen now is Vasilije either not playing or playing for the Serbian national team on a little bit slower pace, a little bit less confidence and so on. I think prime Vasilije Micic, when he was playing for Anadolu Efes, was in such a rhythm and achieving everything he could that it's hard to expect him to be the same. Or I said better just to see what you think. But I just think it'll be the transition between not really playing in the NBA, not having a role, and now becoming the leader of the team again and having the ball in your hands a lot. And with all these expectations, I just think, I really hope it happens, that he gets back and is great, but it's a tough task for sure.
It's a tough task. I think it will take time for him to get back into his best shape just because he did not play. I mean, you can practice all you want. You can practice as much as you want, but you need playing time to actually feel the rhythm, be in your best shape possible. It's just not the same practices and games. And I'm looking at this Hapoel roster at the moment, and it's ridiculously stacked with talent. I mean, at the point guard, they have Chris Jones. At the guard, looking at guards, you have Chris Jones, Tyler Ennis, Yamadar, Vasilije Micic, Antonio Blakeney. You have Elijah Bryant, who will play 2 and 3, and you have Colin Malcolm at the 3 as well. This is a ridiculous amount of talent in one place. And then you have at the center Motley, Oturu, Tai Odiase, and you have at power forward Caboclo. There's a question mark about him, whether he stays or not. For now, he's staying, and they're about to sign another power forward. This is a stacked team. The amount of individual talent is insane. The biggest question to me is how they all are going to fit, because with this amount of talent, you can make actually 2 different teams and add different role players, and you have 2 solid teams. When there's so much talent in one place, so much character there, everybody wants their shots, everybody wants their minutes and touches, and I don't know. Dimitris Studis has a really tough task to actually make this group work, because this is a completely new team, guys coming in from all over Europe, and everybody will want their minutes. It's okay to have a nice solid contract, but you want to play. You want to play basketball, and it's going to be tough.
From the names you mentioned, Elijah Bryant sticks out for me just because there's a history between him and Vasilije Micic. Now looking at this reunion in Israel instead of Istanbul, it'll be interesting because I think if Vasilije Micic, for example, went back to Anadolu Efes and rejoined the forces with Shane Larkin, Shane Larkin's on a bit of a decline these past few years compared to also his prime back in the 2022 and so on. So now he's actually joining forces with the guy who's been on the rise, who really became the leader of Efes at some points this past season. So I think it's a better situation even than going back to, let's say, Efes. In terms of coaching, interesting thing we should think about is that for the first time since probably 2018, when Vasilije Micic was playing in Žalgiris Kaunas, for back then a more strict and more system-based Jasikevičius system. Now he's... Then after, remember, he went to Ataman with all the freedom that Ataman gives you. And then he went to the NBA, which is also a very different coaching culture. After all this, of course, he played for the Serbian national team for Svetislav Pesic, but you could also argue that's not the same as Itoudis or Jasikevičius. Now with Itoudis, you have that coach who will be very, very strict in terms of holding you accountable. He has history with even star players, when they are not doing the things right, or there's some personal conflict. We can remember Mike James. We can remember even Patrick Beverley last season. Some drama there. I know Vasilije Micic is a completely different guy in terms of character. But the demand that Dimitris Itoudis usually has from his players is really, really high. I think his play style, the way he likes to run his basketball, Itoudis does, is definitely gonna fit Vasilije because of the freedom that Itoudis has learned to give as well, especially in Fener. The last EuroLeague stop that Itoudis had, I thought he released the best of Nigel Hayes-Davis there by giving him the freedom to lead that team. So I think it's going to be all right. Like you said, it's a big task of actually just managing the talent. That's the biggest thing to look at. But what do you think about, like, stylistically, this team? Look at the depth chart. You look at the potential starting five. What do you think about the playing style they could have, this team?
Definitely offensive play style. I mean, you have Arturo Motley, two super solid centers. You have Micic, you have Chris Jones, you have Elijah Bryant. Colin Malcolm is there for defense and just, playing off the ball for sure. I'm really interested about their power forward position because Bruno Caboclo to me is not a power forward. I mean, he can play, but it's going to be really weird if he plays like with another center, like with Arturo and Motley. I don't know. It's just I'm interested to see how that works. So I'm really, I'm looking forward to what's that last name on their roster. But I think managing lineups is going to be key here because, as I mentioned, the offensive talent is ridiculous here. And how they share the ball is going to be a question. Everybody will want their touches. So it's so many good questions for Dimitris Itoudis to ask, but it's really important ones. Like, you need to answer those as early in the season as you can, because otherwise it could get into a lot of problems. So, it's a super exciting team to follow at the start of the season.
And just to add, the Hapoel is actively looking for a power forward, like a stretch four, to fill in that gap there. They wanted Jabari Parker. Of course, he signed with Partizan. They also wanted, I think, Nigel Hayes-Davis and Bertens, but that wasn't really on the table.
As much as I understand, they wanted everybody.
That's
and
true.
They just got some names because why not?
So how do you look at this team just now with Vasilije Micic added there? Of course, we'll see if they add anything more, but do you see them as a playoff contender very early on, right now, guessing, I guess? Or do you see them as a Final Four sort of team? Or what's your, where would you put them? Because for me, that's a top 8 team.
I would say top 10 because it's a new team. A lot of question marks, how they will fit, how will they share the minutes, share the ball, everything. And usually, these new teams take time. So it's going to be especially the EuroLeague schedule is just out like this morning, and I saw that there's going to be 8 games in October, 3 double weeks in 1 month. We had 7 in the entire last season, and it's a completely new team. So I have, it's not going to be easy for them to mesh, to be a really, really cohesive group. So I'm thinking I'd rather be
in the play-in zone.
Yeah, I'd rather say top 10, but they definitely have the talent to become, as the season goes on, into a even more solid roster. Like, I mean, they have the talent. Come on, and if they will need something, I'm pretty sure they will get. So,
yep. All the best.
Team to watch, for sure. Team to watch.
I wanted to say all the best to Vasilije Micic. Good luck with your return season in the EuroLeague. Also, happy birthday, Donatas URBONUS.
Yes, sir.
This is the day we're recording. It's Donatas' birthday. He's not here for those reasons, I guess. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, if you are watching this until now, please make sure birthday wishes for Donatas in the comment section down below, guys.
And subscribe.